certain topics that are very sensitive within the family.
Good Trouble is a spin-off series that follows a few years after the conclusion of the events that happened in the Fosters. It follows Callie Adams Foster and Mariana Adams Foster after they grow up and move to Los Angeles. The series follows the adopted sisters, but has grown into an ensemble cast where most of the characters are equally important. They have some incredible and really layered characters in this show. No one-dimensional characters for this show, so that makes it more difficult to decide who is great and who we hate, but we will try. These are the Good Trouble most loved and most hated characters ranked. Warning, mild spoilers ahead. But before we get started, please remember to hit the like button and show us some love. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. That way you will never miss a thing. First up is Jamie Hunter. Love him. Jamie Hunter, played by Bo Murchoff, is a great character that we first met in the Fosters. In fact, he was the one that advised Callie to move to Los Angeles and to work for Judge Wilson, because he would challenge her. The fact that it would bring him closer to Callie would just be an added bonus. In The Good Trouble, Callie and Jamie's relationship grew and they began dating. We have decided that Jamie is a character that deserves to be loved, at least most of the time. He doesn't always make the best choices, but he tries to do the right thing. He tries to take care of the people he cares about, the foremost being Callie. He is always there when she needs his help, at least at the time that he thinks helping her would be what is best for her. He is willing to do what is right, like helping Jasmine get a great lawyer. He does make mistakes, some of them are pretty big, but I still think he's a pretty great character that deserves a lot of love, and I still kind of hope that he and Callie can eventually figure things out and can make it work. Next up is Alex Wood. Hate, hate, hate. Played by Dustin Ingram, Alex Wood was probably the worst and most hated character ever on Good Trouble. I've never heard anyone say that they liked him, and I would honestly judge someone if they did. He worked with Mariana and was out to make her life miserable from day one. He was super smart, but so pompous that it was revolting. He tried to take credit for Mariana's ideas and had no respect for anyone that he worked with. He acted like they were all beneath him. He is super sexist and even calls Mariana Mariana instead, a name that he tries to use as derogatory because she is Latina. He is just a horrible person, and one of the greatest moments in the entire show was when he got fired from Speculate. So satisfying. Alice Kwan is next on our list. Love, love, love. Played by Sherry Cola, Alice Kwan is probably the best and nicest character in this show. She is first-generation American, and her parents taught her the importance of hard work. But at the same time, they also instilled some not-so-great things, like the fact that she is very negative about herself and her sexuality. She always puts everyone else's needs in front of her own, but while this is great and makes her even more lovable, it does mean that she never stands up for herself. As the manager of the Coterie apartment building, her whole job is really to look after her friends, but it is her personality that makes her a bit of the mother of the group. She is humble and caring and very funny. She is hesitant to come out to her seriously traditional and strict parents, but when she does, they are understanding and accepting, so this makes her be more confident. She does make mistakes. She is a feminist, but there are times that she speaks behind her friends' backs and mocks them. Like the time she spoke about Callie while still being nice to her face, that wasn't her best moment. But overall, Alice is a character that is nice. She is a flawed person, but she is mostly good, and that is one of the reasons we love her. Next on the list is Davia Moss. Equal parts love and hate. Davia Moss, played by Emma Hunton, is such a great character in the sense that there are moments where I can't stand her and other moments where I absolutely love her. She is a high school teacher that also has a side gig of being a body-positive influencer. She has anorexia, but has worked hard to overcome it and has been in remission for a few years. She is everything that can be good about the internet. She is an influencer that uses her platform to work towards creating body positivity and to stop bullying. In some senses, she is a true queen and one of the best characters on the show. When she cares about someone, she will go all out to help them, like the time she looks out for Dennis when she realizes what a dark spot he is in. She takes care of him and is there for him when no one else is. But on the other side, she is the absolute worst too. She preaches anti-bullying, which is great, except that it is pretty hypocritical too. She can be super harsh and even mean, and she likes to degrade others in the coterie, and can be pretty horrible to others. She is especially mean towards Callie. Getting to know her, we do start to understand that her harsh demeanor is actually a defense mechanism, but that doesn't make it better. She is a great human character who creates a lot of mixed feelings in viewers. Then there is Malika Williams. Love her. Played by Zuri Adele, Malika Williams has to be one of my favorite characters on Good Trouble. Who doesn't love a character that fights for what she believes in? She has had to work hard to come out on top. As a foster child who was never adopted, Malika had no family to fall back on. Alice was pretty much the only person who ever helped her, and she made sure she took advantage of that help and worked hard to earn her place in the coterie. Now that her life is in a better position, she uses the opportunity to fight for what she believes in. She is an advocate for social justice and equality, and lives her life in a way that reflects that. She doesn't just talk about it, but she also fights for it. One of my favorite quotes from her is the words, "Trouble makes change." She is proud of who she is, and this confidence is great to see. I really love this character. Next on this list is Gail Martinez. Love him. Played by Tommy Martinez, he's another pretty great character that lives in the coterie. He is an artist and an activist. He is willing to put himself at risk to help others and to stand up for what he believes in, like when he uses himself as a barrier to protect Mariana. She was attacked by a group of protesters that scream all lives matter and racial slurs. He gets her to safety. He is also a bisexual character and a great positive representation of a bisexual character. It opens the doors for many inclusive conversations inside the show. He's a great character that is wonderful to watch his personal growth and the movements of his professional career towards becoming a full-time artist. Next is Mariana Adams Foster. It's very complicated. One of the main characters of the show, I know I should love Mariana, and I do most of the time, but there are other times that she frustrates me to no end where I can't believe her. She is played by Saria Ramirez. Mariana has always been a character that loves hard and would always do anything for the people whom she loves, but at the same time, this sometimes gets her into trouble. She is such a people pleaser that she is very susceptible to peer pressure and getting talked into things she shouldn't be doing. She is very forgiving, even working on a relationship with her biological mother after she put Mariana through a lot of trauma as a child. She also stands up for what she believes in and speaking out against issues in her workplace, but she has a tendency to take this a little bit far. She feels like she has the right to speak her mind, which is great, but sometimes she takes it too far and tells other secrets that she has no right to talk about. She is a balanced character that has a great heart, but who makes a lot of mistakes along the way. Then we have Callie Quinn Adams Foster. Love her most of the time. Played by Maya Mitchell, Callie is a great character. For many, she's even the favorite character on the show. Her whole world revolves around changing the injustices that she was victim to and saw as a young child. She became a lawyer to make a change, and everything she does is to work towards that goal. She stands up for what she believes in. She is also a bit of a free spirit who accepts people from all sorts of backgrounds and orientations, but she can have a bit of an attitude towards others. It sometimes feels like she has the moral high ground, and she gets a bit of an attitude at times. It is difficult for her to balance her professional life with her own beliefs. She is trying to change the system from the inside, but it isn't always that easy. One thing I really love is her relationship with Mariana. The love and friendship between them is great to watch. Both of them can press the other's buttons. Just like all siblings, they can have their fights, but they are always there for each other. Ever since the Fosters, the relationship between the adoptive family has always been one of the best things about the show, and this continues in Good Trouble. There are times that I get frustrated with Callie, but overall she's a great character that has had a lot of growth through the years. This show has some awesome characters. Thanks for watching!